about this tier list and where you guys would place your favorite and least favorite exosuits. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out all of my other Exoprimal videos and any other content you might like. Let's get started. First, we'll do the basic Deadeye, essentially just the, Call of Duty soldier type, very basic, just grenades and shooting, nothing too crazy. He is good, but I don't really think that he gives you that X factor by any means. His ultimate ability is honestly pretty strong, especially against larger dinosaurs or even groups of dinosaurs as well, but I just feel like I can't really put him in S, but I could honestly just because he's definitely the easiest. So we'll see, but minimum A tier for sure. He's definitely one of the best and most consistent in the game. Barrage here. Barrage I'll put in A as well. I think he's one of the best essentially cleanup crew, grouping, killing dinosaurs for sure. He's definitely not too bad. In the PvP aspect, he's definitely on the weaker side, in my opinion, but definitely very, very high amount of damage, whether it's to single targets or groups. He's definitely one of the better ones in the game. The Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor is hard because while I gotta put him in B. I honestly really liked the Witch Doctor when I played him. I think he does a massive amount of healing. I would argue maybe better than the other healers. But as far as damage to the dinosaurs, it's gonna be pretty much nothing. It's very hard to kill just a basic dinosaur with him, to be honest. And in the PvP aspect, he's basically useless as well, just because you have to be essentially almost in melee range to do any damage. So while he, I would argue, is maybe the best healer, specific support exosuit, the damage is not there whatsoever. If you play Overwatch, he's essentially Mercy, if you will. It's just all you're going to do is help your team. You're not going to do shit yourself. Roadblock. Roadblock I'll honestly give to S. I think while he is just melee, I think the shield is super, super useful, not only against any type or group of dinosaurs, whether it's multiple or single target, is pretty useful. I think his abilities are pretty strong and useful as well, again, whether it's to one dinosaur or a group of them. And I think if you do get into any PvP engagement, he's definitely still one of the best characters in the game for that as well, as far as staying alive, helping your team stay alive, helping your team do damage or heal. And he can do some decent stuff himself in that aspect. So I definitely think he deserves the S tier. Zephyr. Zephyr to me is just B. I can't really, at the best, he's A, but even that is a little questionable. I think he's definitely fun. I think he has a high ceiling, a high damage output, but I think with the lack of health, he's pretty easy to kill, whether it's with dinosaurs just by themselves, and even more so in PvP. So definitely there. I know I'm going to go back to Overwatch again, but definitely just kind of like a Genji type of character where, the damage is definitely there, but unless you're not really focused on him, he's pretty easy to kill with a lot of these units, or just the dinosaurs can do pretty good as well. The samurai here, I forget his name. It starts with an M. I feel like he's S tier. I think being able to essentially block damage makes him S tier in itself right there. If he didn't have that, I would drop him at least down to A. But with having high health, with doing a pretty good amount, he's definitely, you can say that this minigun guy is, the best damaging tank, but honestly, I don't think so. I think he's a lot harder to be consistent with tanking. He's definitely going to sit there and mow down a lot of the dinosaurs. But other than that, he's kind of just a stand still and hold down the trigger tank compared to, I feel like the samurai has a lot more upside. And being able to block some damage, whether it's from dinosaurs or other players, is pretty huge, in my opinion. He's definitely fun with his abilities and movement as well. Um, I'll give this support. I believe this is Nimbus. I'm actually struggling with the names later. Um, I'll give her A. I think the healing upside with damage, being able to group like that, um, is pretty massive. I don't think she does a lot of either one because it is essentially splash damage and heal. But being able to fly is good, whether it's against dinosaurs or even PvP, because some of the PvP you can't even, shoot up in the sky with a lot of these characters. Not very well anyway, so that's definitely useful. I think probably the best support in the game for sure. Vigilant, I gotta put in B as well, honestly. I just don't think a sniper is super useful in this game. She's really only useful for the few times you get aerial dinosaurs, and, obviously the higher health, bigger health dinosaurs as well. She's nice because she does a lot of damage, and the PvP, she's great as well. Probably one of the better PvP people because she can dish out so much damage and probably kill one of the other exo fighters. But other than that, against most of the other dinosaurs and speed-wise and utility and helpfulness, there's just so many question marks around her that I can't really warrant putting her any higher. At absolute best, she's A, but I don't even think I can warrant putting her in there. And then this one, I forget her name as well. But I'll give her an A as well. From what I have seen, which is not a whole lot, decent, nothing really great. Again, I feel like healing output consistency is Witch Doctor. If you would just go by healing in itself, Witch Doctor's S tier over these two for sure. But damage-wise, she's definitely the highest damage support for sure. Healing-wise, she's kind of mid. I would probably say she's third of the three minimum, fighting her for second, but not too bad. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think and what you guys think about all the new different exosuits that they've came out with, the variants and everything. Check out all my other tier lists, whether it's any other game. Check out all my other Exoprimal videos and more to come. And we will see you guys in the